Welcome to the creation video. So yeah, I've sped it up a little bit so it's not as boring. So a lot of my assets are just reused and recolored. For the colouring I use photo filters and levels, and basically for the rest of it is either clone tooling or using a black brush to make shadows, as you can see here with this rock. Yeah, so basically if you make it fade to black, you can make anything fit together as long as the colours are relatively similar. And you gotta clean up those edges. You can't just have a straight line, especially for something like grass. Anyway, because I'm lazy, I want to use the rock again, but I can't have it looking the same as the other one, so I just Photoshop it, brush it out, move the edge, and do the same thing. Just levels, and then a green photo filter. There's pretty much a green photo filter in everything that in this game. It's the easiest way to match the colours so you can Photoshop something and it look relatively natural, I guess. So yeah, you gotta make sure that you brush off some of those edges, make it look like the grass is going over the top, and then just more shadows, more black brush strokes. And look, now it looks like it's in there. Next, I'm just doing some cutting. This will be for a ledge that sticks out from the top. When you're cutting out things like branches and trees, try to make it as jagged and uneven as possible. It will make it so there's less, I don't know, it's easier to look normal, I guess. Or natural, should I say. And there we go. One thing I did mess up with though is you can see the light's coming from the bottom. And that doesn't look right, because one thing you have to do is make sure the light is all coming from one direction. It's the first thing that makes something look unnatural or unrealistic. I originally was going to just have the branch look like it's sticking out the front and have it blur out, because I use blurriness to show distance, essentially, as you can see with the blurry background at the back. So yeah, that's one part done. Now I need to get the next part coming down from the bottom. Put in a cicada, just for good measure, because why not? And yeah, so I decided to go with this big stumpy branch thing I found in my backyard. Again, make sure when you cut it out, you make it jagged. Jagged equals realistic. And yeah, that's done. Then match it up as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned to the grid of the level. It's much easier to change the level grid later on. It's more just a guide. Alright, you're probably wondering why I'm making it all black in the middle there. It may seem to make no sense, but essentially with something that thick, you don't want all the texture to be visible, because it makes it too glaring, I guess would be the way of putting it. I also need to make it blurry to make it seem bigger and have a depth of field effect of it. Anyway, add the shadow, which later on I realised I messed up because I put it on the same layer as the grass and I can't get rid of it. Here's some cool little mushroom things I saw growing in a branch down the gully. So I decide that I will try putting them on this branch to make a natural top for the elevators so they can't go any higher. Yep, I thought I could keep my sparking from the other picture, so I wouldn't have to do the shadows again, but it didn't end up working out this way. I was going to do another one, but then I just was lazy and just copied and pasted it. If you want to use the same image, but not make it look like you just copied and pasted it, flip it, and then change the lighting on it slightly. Also get rid of whatever obvious element like the top mushroom is. Anyway, so yeah. Need to do some fixing up here. And that's pretty much it. Now I need to make another rock to climb up on the other side. Pretty much do the same, copy the same stuff, do the same filters, and yeah. See, it doesn't look very realistic now, but just wait until that black brush gets in there. You can pretty much make anything look like it's on anything with the right shadowing. There you go. And here's where I realised that I put the shadow on the grass layer. And I'm like, oh, well, great. Now, for my game, it's just part of the aesthetic, I guess. I'm doing a fade to black method, where all the edges essentially fade to a pure black colour. That way it kind of adds more focus to where you can go rather than background elements. But it still looks good. Makes it easy for the photo editing as well, if you can just make everything go into black. Yep, more edges. In a situation like this, it's easier just to grab some element and stick it in there, rather than try to make it look like the grass bank is going like that. So I grabbed one that I used earlier, this mushroom thing, and yeah, just add a shadow. There you go. Bam. And now just for the finishing touches. Make sure that you don't have any of these little bits coming out that you forgot to erase. Usually what I do is I just copy the whole image and then make a new layer out of it and cut out any parts that I didn't see before. So yeah, this is the final product, and I guess I can show you what it looks like once it's in the game. Here you go. Should have closed Photoshop. It's making the game look quite laggy. But yeah, here you go.